Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10, consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Midwest Fence Corporation for the installation of replacement posts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $180,000, and a request to waive the formal bid process. Funding in account number 100.2510-4180.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So along with the last item, this would then be for the reconstruction and installation of the sound wall panels. So we have a resolution here again to also waive bid. In this case, Midwest Fence was the only provider that, or the only company that provided a quote to us after we sought quotes for the last couple months. We've worked with them in the past. They've done all of our sound wall repairs. You can see the quote here then for their work is a total not to exceed $180,000. The panels are approximately 2 to 4 weeks out, so once those are received, then we will set up this work to be done through Midwest. So again, we're asking for your consideration to approve the resolution, both waiving bid and approving the proposal from Midwest Fence for the installation of the sound wall.
Okay, I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 11 is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Flow Technics, Inc. for the purchase of a replacement pump for the Westwood Creek Pump and Dam Station in the amount of $329,753, and a request to waive the formal bid process. Funding in account number 500.5031-4299.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Rick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This request is for the purchase of a replacement pump. We have 3 large pumps at our Westwood Creek Pump and Dam Station. They're critical flood control facility pumps. Each year, we would pull one of the 3 pumps, and they would be inspected, checked, and this year, unfortunately, one of them that was pulled did have considerable damage and needed to be rebuilt totally. Because the pumps are about 30 years old, replacement parts are obsolete, or custom parts would push the price of this well into over $100,000. So it's a recommendation of staff and of our consultants to replace the pump. As you can see from the cost, it is quite expensive. It can take 9 to 12 months to fabricate and ship this, but unfortunately this is a single source. So this is an OEM, original equipment manufacturer. In fact, this station was built with the vaults and brackets for this particular pump. So we are held to this pump for the reason for asking for waiver of bid in this case. We've used these pumps, and Flow Techniques is the sole provider of this pump here in the U.S. We're requesting approval, and as far as it was not it was an unforeseen, so we will then, it will probably come next year, so we'll consider this and bring this up at budget time. Our thought is we will have to move some other capital projects around in order to take care of this critical structure item first. So requesting your approval at this time.
Thank you. It seems like 30 years is a long time for a pump to last. I know that Public Works takes great care of their pumps. Is that an unusual lifespan?
It is. It's actually gone beyond what it has, but these are flood control station pumps, so actually there's usually sitting idle, obviously all winter, and only run periodically through the summer. So in that way you can naturally extend the life of these quite beyond. I think they thought it'd be a 20 to 25-year life. But when we've pulled them up until this year, they've been in good condition. We've put them right back into operation after cleaning and inspection. So this is the first time something like this has come up, but it is something that we need to plan for in the out years.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Item number 12 is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Automatic Mechanical Services, Inc. for a new Siemens Niagara front-end upgrade BAS system at the Public Works facility in the amount of $38,080, and a request to waive the formal bid process. Funding in account number 440.9944-4404.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Jim?
Thank you, Madam Chair. What this is, it's a front-end system that monitors and drives the HVAC plant over at the Public Works Building. The Public Works Building is 1998 is when it was constructed. This is the original system that was in place. We budgeted money for it for this year. We've been working with contractors, but there was an unseen software glitch and it crashed the computer, so we're in time constraints. It's kind of an emergency to get this done. We did reach out to a couple of proprietary vendors that deal with this, and Automatic Mechanical out of Elk Grove was the lowest, most responsible to bid on, or to give us a quote on this. We are asking to waive the formal bid process on this also due to the time and the machine it ran on was a Windows XP machine, which is really open to any kind of an intrusion attack. So this has to be done. We're going to hang this on the network, and so it won't be its own machine. Therefore, staff requests your consideration on this.
Very good. I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee?
Ramble.
Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 13 is consideration of payment number 4 to Integral Construction, Inc. of Romeoville, Illinois for the Village Hall Equipment Garage Addition in the amount of $116,703. Funding in account number 440.9944-4405.
Make the motion.
Second.
You, Jim.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The above contractors issued an application for payment number 4 in the amount of $116,703, along with their waivers of liens and certified payroll for the Village Hall Garage Addition. The work has been inspected. It's found to be acceptable. Therefore, we request your consideration on this.
Very good. I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Jim. Item number 14 is consideration of approval to purchase 10 Panasonic FZ55 laptops and docks for the Addison Police Department squad cars through the Sourcewell Law Enforcement contract pricing from CDS Office Technologies in the total amount of $53,010. Funding in account number 640.9964-4344.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Mike?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. This is to replace the rest of the squad cars with our new semi-rugged laptops and docks to get us up to date and equal all the equipment across all the squads moving forward. And it is purchased off the Sourcewell Law contract.
Great. No questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Item number 15 is consideration of payout request number 3 to FGM Architects, Inc. for design development of the Community Development Renovation Project in the amount of $15,667.36. Funding in account number 440.9944-4405.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Mike?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This item for your consideration is the third payout request to FGM Architects for design development services for the Community Development Remodeling Project in the amount of $15,667.36. Staff's reviewed the invoice. We've compared it to the amount of work that's been done at this time and found it to be acceptable. So at this time, we're requesting your favorable consideration in approving payout number 3 in the amount of $15,667.36 to FGM Architects.
Very good. I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 16 is consideration of a resolution approving an agreement for design engineering services with Bravo Company Engineering, Inc. for the College Boulevard Road Improvement Project in the not-to-exceed amount of $71,823.20. Funding in account number 100.2520-4180.
Make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Mike?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The village was recently awarded a $600,000 federal community project funding grant through Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy's office for the College Boulevard roadway improvement project. Staff's been working with Bravo Company Engineering with preliminary civil engineering for this project and has received a proposal for Phase 1 environmental and Phase 2 design engineering services in the amount of $71,823.20. The estimated cost for design engineering, construction, and construction supervision was estimated to be at $600,000, so we're thinking that the project is going to be totally funded with this grant. Engineering design of the project is expected to take at least a year with work, and we're anticipating the start of this to be early spring of '24 or late '24 or early '25, depending on how the engineering works. We've used Bravo on many recent projects, and we feel comfortable with the work that they've done so far for us, as well as the quality of their work. So tonight we're recommending your approval for this proposal for Phase 1 environmental and Phase 2 design engineering services from Bravo Company Engineering in the amount of $71,823.20.
Thank you. I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Building, Zoning, and Development Committee items. Item number 17 is consideration of variance to the sign owners for Addison Square Shopping Center located at 430 North Addison Road.
Make the motion?
Second. Motion second on discussion. Mike?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The New Apostolic Church, located at 430 North Addison Road, is seeking 5 variations to our sign code. The first variation is to allow 2 monument signs when only 1 is allowed. Second variation request is to allow the masonry base to be at least 12 inches in height when 24 inches is required. Third variation is to allow the monument sign to be surrounded by curbing 2 feet from the sign when a minimum distance of 3 feet is required. Fourth variation is to allow the base of the sign to be brick when the principal building is cladded in stone. And the fifth variation is to allow 2 shopping center wall signs totaling 40 square feet each when no shopping center wall signs are allowed. This is really a unique building. I'm sure everybody has driven by this site before. As you're on Addison Road looking at the building, it looks like a church. But when this was developed, 2/3 of this building was designed to be the church, and then the other third, they were planning on carving this out for future retail spaces. And I think that's at the point where they're now. They're really trying to market this building. But when looking at the building from the street, you can't even see where the retail units are, or really that it's even a shopping center. So the variation request, we feel, and by the way, this would go to the Commercial Industrial Commission on August 9th. They did give a unanimous recommendation, a positive recommendation to this committee here tonight. We felt that each of the variation requests were reasonable. They met the intent of the sign code. The second freestanding sign that's being proposed is really going to be just advertising the tenant spaces. This would be located at the south entranceway into the site. They currently have 1 sign right now that just advertises the church. They do have 1 wall sign and a crucifix that shows the church. The 2 shopping center signs, the 40 square foot shopping centers, are going to be mounted on the southeast corner of the building, and it kind of really differentiates that from the church, along with the tenant signs that will be located out front. The entrances of these tenants would be facing to the south or the adjacent industrial building that's right next to it, so they won't have a lot of visibility. They will be entitled to a tenant sign as well, minimum 20 square feet, depending on how wide their units are. The only other issue, I think, and it makes sense, is that they were proposing, the bases of these signs are supposed to match the cladding of the building. So with the remodel and the redevelopment of the site, they went with stone, but their existing freestanding sign is brick. So they wanted to keep this proposed sign brick to match the existing one that's out there. So the petitioner did not make it today, so if anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
No, I don't have any. It's pretty straightforward on what they're looking for, and I think it's something they talked about when they first proposed everything they were doing. So, questions from the committee? Hearing none, then all is in favor?
Aye.
All is opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Item 18 is artist participation. We have none. 19 is executive session if needed. We don't need one. 20, other business at the discretion of the chairman. I have none.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? We are adjourned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the regular village board meeting for Monday, August 21st to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustees Del Rosario,
Here.
Hundley,
Here.
Kluzny,
Here.
Nasty,
Here.
O'Brien,
Here.
Reyes,
Here.
and Mayor Veenstra.
Here. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance. Please remain standing for the invocation this evening given by Pastor Dave Aycock of Messiah Baptist.
Let's pray. Father, how we thank you for the freedom we have to live in this country. We thank you for those who protect us, our first responders. And Lord, we do lift them up this week as the temperature is going to be very hot, that you would protect them and keep them safe. We pray for our board as they make decisions that affect our lives. We ask that you would give them the wisdom needed. We thank you for all these things. In Christ's name, amen.
Item number 4 is the approval of the minutes of the August 7th regular village board meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The minutes stand approved. Item 5, proclamations, appointments, and presentations. We have none this evening. Item 6, audience input regarding agenda items before the board. There is none this evening. Item 7 is the consent agenda. 7A is approval of accounts payable.
Earlier this evening, the committee recommended approval of the following directives. Directive 24-21 in the amount of $787,996.61. Directive 24-22 in the amount of $47,389.41. And Directive 24-23 in the amount of $1,028,048.65. There was also one adjustment. Directive number 24-9 was approved on June 19th, 2023 in the amount of $418,201.94. It's being reduced by $4,000, making the new total $414,201.94.
Thank you. 7B is approval of payment request number 3 to R.W. Dunman Company of Addison for construction of Phase 5 of the Village Green Improvement Project, Veteran Circle, in the amount of $264,890.43. Item 7C is approval of payment number 9 to Hitchcock Design Incorporated of Naperville for final design and engineering of Phase 5 of the Village Green Improvement Project, Veteran Circle, in the amount of $5,007.79. Item 7D is approval to award bid 23-6-2 for the Public Works Parking Lot Resurfacing Project, Phase 3, to Murphy Construction Services, LLC, of Burr Ridge, Illinois, in the not-to-exceed amount of $55,200. Item 7E is approval of payment number 4 to Integral Construction Incorporated of Romeoville for the Village Hall Equipment Garage Addition in the amount of $116,703. Item 7F is approval to purchase 10 Panasonic FZ55 laptops and docks for the Addison Police Department squad cars through the Sourcewell Law Enforcement Contracts pricing from CDS Office Technologies in the total amount of $53,010. 7G is approval of payout request number 3 to FGM Architects for design development of the Community Development Renovation Project in the amount of $15,667.36. And item 7H is approval of a variation to the sign ordinance for Addison Square Shopping Center located at 430 North Addison Road. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kluzny,
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
and Reyes.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. Item 8, ordinances and resolutions. 8A is the second reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 3 of the Village Code to increase the number of Class D liquor licenses for Lucky Rocks LLC located at 441 West Lake Street.
At our meeting on August 7th, the committee reviewed this ordinance, which amends Chapter 3 of the Village Code to increase the number of Class D liquor licenses for Lucky Rocks LLC located at 441 West Lake Street. The committee recommended approval, and first reading was given at the August 7th Village Board meeting. Second reading is requested.
This is second reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 3 of the Village Code to increase the number of Class D liquor licenses for Lucky Rocks LLC located at 441 West Lake Street.
Motion to adopt the ordinance?
Second.
Motion and second to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kuzny.
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
and Reyes.
Yes.
The ordinance is approved. 8B is first reading of an ordinance amending certain provisions of Chapter 2 of the Village Code regarding the Community Advisory Council.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this ordinance, which amends certain provisions of Chapter 2 of the Village Code regarding the Community Advisory Council. The committee recommended approval, and first reading is requested.
This is first reading of an ordinance amending certain provisions of Chapter 2 of the Village Code regarding the Community Advisory Council.
First reading.
First reading only. 8C is first reading of a resolution approving the proposal from Superior Concrete Products for the purchase of replacement parts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $29,112 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves the proposal from Superior Concrete Products for the purchase of replacement parts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $29,112, and a request to waive the formal bid process. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Superior Concrete Products for the purchase of replacement parts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $29,112 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
Motion to waive the formal bid process.
Second?
Motion is second to waive the bid process. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kuzny.
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second?
Motion is second to adopt the resolution. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kuzny.
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
The resolution is approved. 8D is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal for Midwest Fence Corporation for the installation of replacement post and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $180,000 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves the proposal from Midwest Fence Corporation for the installation of replacement posts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $180,000 and a request to waive the formal bid process. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Midwest Fence Corporation for the installation of replacement posts and panels for the Route 83 I-290 sound wall in the not-to-exceed amount of $180,000 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
Motion to waive the formal bid process.
Second.
Motion is second to waive the formal bid process. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kuzny.
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Motion and second to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario,
Yes.
Hundley,
Yes.
Kuzny.
Yes.
Nasty,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
and Reyes.
Yes.
Resolution is approved. 8E is the consideration of a resolution approving a proposal from Flowtechnics for the purchase of a replacement pump for the Westwood Creek Pump and Dam Station in the amount of $329,753 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves the proposal from Flow Technics, Inc. for the purchase of a replacement pump for the Westwood Creek Pump and Dam Station in the amount of $329,753 and a request to waive the formal bid process. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Flow Technics Incorporated for the purchase of a replacement pump for the Westwood Creek Pump and Dam Station in the amount of $329,753 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
Motion to waive the formal bid process.
Second?
Motion and second to waive the bid process. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Hundley?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second?
Motion and second to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Hundley?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
The resolution is approved. 8F is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Automatic Mechanical Services Incorporated for a new Siemens Niagara front-end upgrade BAS system at the Public Works facility in the amount of $38,080 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves the proposal from Automatic Mechanical Services, Inc. for a new Siemens Niagara front-end upgrade BAS system at the Public Works facility in the amount of $38,080 and a request to waive the formal bid process. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving the proposal from Automatic Mechanical Services Incorporated for a new Siemens Niagara front-end upgrade BAS system at the Public Works facility in the amount of $38,080 and a request to waive the formal bid process.
Motion to waive the formal bid process.
Second?
Motion and second to waive the bid process. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Hundley?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second?
Motion and second to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Hundley?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
And Reyes?
Yes.
The resolution is approved. 8G is consideration of a resolution approving an agreement design engineering services with Bravo Company Engineering for the College Boulevard Road Improvement Project in a not-to-exceed amount of $71,823.20.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves an agreement for design engineering services with Bravo Company Engineering, Inc. for the College Boulevard Road Improvement Project in the not-to-exceed amount of $71,823.20. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving an agreement for design engineering services with Bravo Company Engineering Incorporated for the College Boulevard Road Improvement Project in the not-to-exceed amount of $71,823.20.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Motion and second to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Hundley?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
The resolution is approved. 9, Mayor's report. I have no report this evening. 10 is the officer's report. Village Attorney.
I have nothing tonight, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Village Manager.
Yes, just to remind our residents tonight, Mayor, that on Monday, September 4th, the village will be closed for the Labor Day holiday. We will reopen the following day, September 5th, and a reminder that that's when our meetings will be here in the village, starting at 6:30 and again at 7.
Thank you. Village Clerk.
We still have Rockin' Wheels. And this Thursday, August 24th, in the Village Green, we're featuring Foo La La at 6:30, followed by Lounge Puppets at 8. And you can see the demonstration of the 19th century photography in the Historical Museum. Also, tomorrow evening, Tuesday, August 22nd at 7 p.m., also in the Village Green, in the gazebo, Tina Martini Band will be performing. Then on Sunday, we have the 5th Annual Addison Medina Shriner Parade. It's this Sunday, August 27th. The parade begins at 3 p.m. at Addison Trail High School, heading east to Army Trail, on Army Trail Road. And then there's an after party, which follows the parade, in the Village Green from 4:30 until 8 p.m. Also, something that's very important, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Addison Community Blood Drive will be held on Sunday, September 4th, from 7:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. at St. Philip the Apostle Church at 1223 Holtz Avenue. Just remember, it's very important, and it is the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you. Item 12 is executive session. We do not need. 13 is audience participation. We do not have participation. Item 14.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion is second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.